Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the major LS-22-100 combination 832 by 3/4 inch machine and wood screw zinc color 100 pack. So I said combination machine and wood screw, and that's what this is. This is a combination screw. And this type of screw is going to be perfect for use in both steel frames and wood frames. It'll work perfectly. So when you get lock sets, Schlage F10 Plymouth 626, you've got passage sets, you're going to need 2 of these for the latch, 2 of these for the strike. It doesn't matter if you've got wood doors, wood frames, wood doors, metal frames. You could have steel frames. Steel doors, steel frames, could be all of that. You wouldn't probably, well, you would if the steel frame was meant for a 10-001, a T-strike, or their 10-027 might be their D-strike, whatever, radius corner. Very typical, very common. 832 thread. It's a size 8 body with 32 threads per inch. Number 2 Phillips drive. It's flat undercut. Undercut is when you've got a flat top to the screw. It's what you're installing it in would be countersunk because of that conical nature of the screw. But then underneath that, it's clipped or undercut so that the head can fit into the very thin thing that you're installing it to and still be flat or flush with the surface of the item. This is what a package of 100 looks like, and when you buy one, this is what you're going to get sent. Pack of 100. There's not a lot to it's zinc color. It's made of steel, I'm sure. Yeah. And, you know, is it handy to have these? Absolutely, because, well, let's talk about why you would use these. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. So the reason that you would use these is because you're going to need this size screw for lots of different pieces of hardware. You're not going to see them on door closers, but you're going to see them on, obviously, lock sets, latch bolts. You're going to see them on some strike plates. You're going to see these on flush bolts. Not only the screws that hold the flush bolt body to the door, but also the strike in the header, or the strike down at the sill, assuming that there is one. Speaking of sill strikes, dustproof strikes could very likely use an 832 screw. In the hardware industry, it is full of specialty fasteners. So, you know, wherever would you else use a combination wood and machine thread, and it would be in our industry. So it's one amongst many specialty type screws that you'll be digging for, routinely using for lots of different hardware applications. And when you are removing hardware from a door and reinstalling a door and reusing some of the hardware, you've got a brand new door, and to reuse that old rusted 832 strike for the latch bolt, you know, it's just, here it is, right there. That's what we're looking at. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at all the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, here is the item that we are looking at. We've got a package of screws here. This is the extended description. 832 machine and wood screws, and I'll show you some images of it, but, well, here's one right here. That wood thread will carry you all the way through. It won't damage the machine threads at all. And if you're going into wood, that'll carry you all the way through. If you're going into metal, this wood end won't damage the threads and will get you to the portion where the machine threads are going to work out just perfectly. Phillips flathead replacement screw with half machine and half wood screw threads, used in both wood and metal door and frame applications. Sold as 100. One pack has 100 pieces. There's a product brochure here. Let's take a closer look at that. This is going to be 3 pages of a listing of a couple of screw assortment kits that are here. The LSA-1 gives you a listing of everything that's included. Our LS-22 is not listed here, which is interesting to me, but I have to think it's in the LSA- It's not. Very, very interesting. So the LSA-1 does not list that 832 combination screw. This kit is full of far more unusual fasteners. Very specialty type fasteners. Replacement screws are just listed here. The LS-21 through 26, 832, brass and zinc, black, 1224 brass, zinc, and black. So here's our LS-22 dash, then that's the quantity, the 100. The LSA-3 is here. That lists the different size screws that are here. Quite frankly, if I was going to order one of these kits, and I have in stock or own both of them, I would sure pick up probably a package of 832 zinc and a 1224 zinc. They list 50 here, so it would be LS-22-50 for a 50 pack. Thread cutting screws are here. These are specialty screws as well. These are 1224 with a number 10 head. Oh, and then self-drilling screws, or tech screws that people call these. This type of screw that you would use for installing continuous geared aluminum hinges when you don't want to spend the time to prep all the holes, drilling them, tapping them. We sell these often, very, very often. You'll want to have zinc self-drilling screws for sure. Specialty wood screws, these have a size 14 body with an undersized 12 head. And specialty machine screws here with a 1032 thread with a number 8 size head. So again, undersized. These undersized heads with the larger bodies are meant to restore, repair damaged preparations. Let's take a look at some photos we have. Here's our packaging that we're looking at. 100 in a pack. There's the screw itself. You can see the undercut nature of the head here. Now, also the wood and machine thread. The size 2 Phillips drive, and then the tip of the screw. There's a link below this video, as seen here, to the manufacturer's page, and you can click on that and you can pull up not only all of the major products we sell by means of this horizontal navigation as seen here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to their full product catalog. I would absolutely recommend a review of the full product catalog, because the first half of the catalog is going to be full of different types of pieces of security hardware, bits and bobs and odds and ends that are going to help you integrate, install, repair, maintain security hardware on doors. Obviously, fasteners are a big part of that. And as I scroll through, I see mounting brackets and guide brackets, reinforcing plates, parts to help you install locks into aluminum storefront, ways to guard your swinging gates and your latch bolts on installed applications, cylinder collars and rings, and it just goes on and on and on. The second half of the catalog is full of lock installation tools, specialty installation tools used to install cylindrical mortise locks, exit devices. Anything that you have to drill function holes for, Major very likely has a solution for. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. In conclusion, if you have any questions on the Major LS-22-100, please feel free to reach out to us. Very typical and common. It's very likely you're not unlike me, that you've thrown out countless pounds of those screws because you just don't have a need for them. Sooner or later, you'll probably wish you had some safety stock of that material, and there it is. And if you don't, you can buy that. If you are an integrator, if you're someone out there working in the field and you're not aware of Major, you will at least want to scroll through their catalog and probably bookmark it. Sooner or later, they're going to have a solution that you'll say, ah, yes, that will make this job a little bit easier. And that is the result of the people at Major. They are professed tool nerds with engineering training and backgrounds, a lot of experience with hardware, and a lot more experience installing the hardware, so they know firsthand what you're dealing with. So if you see solutions from Major that are unique to their line, it's because those solutions are unique to their experiences within the industry. So they don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk as well. Any questions on the LS-22-100 or any other Major product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.